All right, Ed Pivo's M Live with executive chef Aaron Ward, Vinsetta Garage, making the best ice cream in the world. That is how good this is. And I wanted to see how they made it because I know it's got liquid nitrogen or I don't know. All right, so this is the tank. What is this here?
This is liquid nitrogen. We actually have a bigger container. This is our travel container of liquid nitrogen. This is what
it's just the travel. Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so we make all of our ice cream with liquid nitrogen. We find that it gives it a much more rich, dense, creamy texture.
Yeah.
Because when you freeze something quickly, it creates smaller ice crystals. So smaller ice crystals yield a creamier ice cream.
Okay.
And it actually allows us to do things like this rock and rye ice cream, which actually has a much higher water content than most ice creams would.
Okay.
So
what exactly is in there besides rock and rye? Is it a secret ingredient? I mean, obviously it's ice cream.
I mean, it's kind of our own house recipe, but it does have rock and rye. It does have some sweetened condensed milk, some other ingredients.
Okay. Now you're not. Obviously, this is a smaller container of the liquid nitrogen, so you're not using protection, but you might at the wood shop maybe, or with the bigger
we're careful.
tank?
Yeah, we're careful with it. You don't want the stuff to splash in your eyes, but in general, you have.
Of course not. Yeah, I have safety glasses. My
good.
Clark Kent glasses.
But I think that provided you don't let it pull up on you, provided you're careful with it, it's not that much more dangerous than the other things we deal with in the kitchen on a regular basis.
Okay.
But yeah, this is kind of our demo setup. So we would normally freeze this ice cream in a Hobart, a big, 60-quart Hobart,
okay.
and we can freeze 5 gallons at a time in about 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Which is great because
Wow. Yeah.
there's actually a lot of efficiencies there.
Okay.
But this is what I use for demonstrations and to harken back to our Clarkson Cafe days when we did a table side.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
This is liquid nitrogen. This is our Faygo Rock and Rye base.
Should I stand back? Or
No, you're good.
Okay. So I've eaten this so many times. I've been dying to see how it's made. This is awesome.
So really, I mean, all we do is we mix it in, and liquid nitrogen is actually boiling at negative 325 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
So
press that white button a couple times too. You can get a couple pictures of that while we're recording the video. So. Because this looks like some Halloween experiment.
Yes,
so,
yeah, we get that a lot.
This is great.
Kind of stuff.
This is like
great for October.
The Science Center. I went to the Michigan Science Center in Detroit there.
And we actually had a science professor at Cranbrook is the one who I spoke to initially about this to try and figure out how to use it. And he came out to the restaurants and he gave us a demonstration of it.
Oh, wow.
And he taught me what to be careful of, And we actually started doing this in 2006.
Okay.
And at my first...
And I wish I had discovered that 10 years ago.
At my first fine dining restaurant, we were doing this table side, actually.
Oh, okay. And that's the thing. I think this would make... I would come to a restaurant of just this ice cream, with different flavors, obviously. Have you ever considered opening up an ice cream bar like this?
It's...
You've obviously perfected the way to do this.
But, back in about 2008, we were talking about doing that. We have a lot of things that we do, and it's hard to do everything. So I think that just having great ice cream made this way is enough for us within our restaurants.
Yeah.
But there actually are some other restaurants that have started, or some other locations that have started as nitrogen ice cream stores that you can find.
Okay.
That are actually doing this now.
Now, about how long is this process in terms of, you've been pouring it on over and over, and I hear a sizzle like it's cooking. It's crazy.
You can see, so if you bring it in.
How long does it approximately? Yeah, I see it's thickening pretty good there.
You can bring it in, you'll see.
If you come closer, let's see the
how crunchy
thickening.
it is.
Okay. See, it doesn't even look that appetizing yet, but when you taste it, oh my gosh.
So it freezes up really good. If you were to put this in an ice cream machine, it wouldn't really give you the texture of ice cream.
Okay.
Because it would be too watery. But because of the way this freezes, it still gives you that really creamy texture.
Oh, okay.
Now this is a little cool. It'll warm up a little bit and get a little bit softer as we work with it.
And so when is it ready to serve pretty much? Is it just about there? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Oh, then you just, you kind of smoothed it out a little bit and put it in the bowl. Okay.
Now in general, what we do is we make this in large batches, obviously.
Yeah.
And then we scoop it to order. We can hold it in our freezer. But there's nothing, nitrogen is naturally occurring in the air. We breathe it every day. It's in our food. So there's nothing dangerous about it. You can eat it. And actually, as it's boiling, it's evaporating off. So anyway.
Well, there you go. And then you add some Pop Rocks.
Right.
You
So
do a little
that's
Pop Rocks
really?
to the top of it. So when you eat it, you get a little sensation inside your mouth at the Pop Rocks. It's like a sizzle. It's hard to explain.
yeah.
It's just,
Well, we thought
it's a cute little addition to the.
we thought if you're gonna do rock and rye, then you gotta have fizz.
You gotta have the rock. That
Right?
makes sense. How have I never thought of it until just now?
So rock and rye, you know, for people who don't know, is one of our favorite Faygo pops that they make.
Yeah.
So it's a Detroit.
Exactly.
Detroit
That's a Michigan
pop,
thing,
as
so
we say.
there you go.
So we wanted to get the fizz in there with it. So that's where the Pop Rocks come in. That's something so that when you're eating it, it gives you that effervescent fizz like the soda would have.
Okay. Well, very good. Well, there you go. Look, here we go. Oh man, if you come to Vinsetta Garage and do not get the Faygo Rock and Rye liquid nitrogen ice cream, whatever, freeze dried, I don't know, whatever you call it. The flavor bursts in your mouth like nothing I've ever had in my life. So thank you, Executive Chef Aaron.
Yeah.
And we're actually eating dinner first, but I'll probably have a couple bites as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
We
Thank
can bring
you.
you some more out after.
Oh, we're gonna get some. Don't worry. This is the best thing ever. So cool.
All right.
Thank you. That was a great demonstration. All right. Go get a second spoon. You can try.